because you saw his pictures in the chat. He's up in the mountains. Hopefully, he's listening to us either tonight or tomorrow. But got so much to talk about tonight, Brina.
Yeah, big shout out to Levon. I know the big three part of this oddly shaped wheels out, having a good time with his family. But I am so excited for today. What's up, bro? How you been?
Dude, I've been very good, and I think the league has been buzzing, dude. Like I mean, the last time we talked was before the Super Bowl, but obviously the Super Bowl happened. But so much has happened since then, and that's kind of like I don't know if I like this stuff more than I like the actual games going down. I don't know about that, but um,
The off season is just the off
off
season
season
is
is
like
so lit.
yeah, the off season's always great because you have like this dull moment, right? Like everyone's it's either right before the Super Bowl or right after the Super Bowl. Um, but real quick, do you want to recap the Super Bowl real quick?
No, let's just
Yeah,
talk. Let's talk
yeah,
free agency. We can talk about the Super
yeah.
Bowl
So
later.
like
Nobody cares.
off season's a little slow, and then everyone's interest starts rising, right? Because we vote on a timeline on a deadline, and it's like blood in the water, dude, like fucking sharks. And then we had all that drama and chaos regarding the early advance, and you know,
Oh my gosh.
and regarding this supposed left stick that was not pushed. But
Wait, so
oh
what?
man,
So wait. What happened with the early advance? I was in. This was like Saturday. I think I was out all day that day, so I wasn't
you
following the
were.
chat. What
Yeah,
happened?
so I'll own up to this part. There was some miscommunication. There was some miscommunication and misunderstanding regarding the advance schedule, whether we were going to follow the original 24-hour advance after the Super Bowl, or there was a suggested new one, and there was just never a hard line decision within the commish chat.
Mhm.
Um, we ended up going with the 24-hour one, and then, and then that's where some I think just some shenanigans happened, and we didn't. We honestly, it was a new feature in the game, and no one really knew what was going on.
Hmm. Okay, so some people were signed, and then were some players returned? Like, what happened? Were some players dropped and
So
returned?
the cool thing we found out was you could revert everyone that was signed within that initial signing period. So since it was still week one, it kind of everything just went back to zero. But all those players were made available again, so everyone was able to put bids out. So that's when you saw players like Byron Murphy, or I think the most famous one right now was the Justin Simmons. We actually had to put a hardline rollout not to bid on Justin Simmons. But there's some pretty, Timmy was pretty out loud that he lost some players. So was Joke. But they just
Wait,
became
so Adam ended up with Justin Simmons. How did he get him?
okay. So Justin Simmons was actually supposed to have a contract, but for whatever reason, he ended up on a 1 year. So he was involved in a trade when he should have never been a free agent, was to my understanding. Stevie's in here, he can explain.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Was Justin Simmons like somebody's first four draft picks?
Uh, no,
I feel like no. Okay. So that's weird that.
they had proof. They had proof. It was just a commish panel forgot to edit them, and I didn't want to
I'm not
edit them.
accusing anything. I'm not accusing anything. I'm just
I'm just
wondering.
putting it out there in case
Yeah.
Dolan's watching. What's up, chat? What's up, chat?
Yeah, no, the chat is live right now. It's great that we were able to get an early podcast in because you had a short day at work, so that's
Yeah,
huge.
but yeah, dude, fucking players like man, who were some great players in this class? You had Byron Murphy, who supposedly shouldn't have been a free agent, but
So who got
like
him?
half the league voted for him. I think the Steelers got him. He outbid me.
Oh shit.
Josh Uche, Timmy was able to re-get him, but I think he paid quite the price. Joke had some starters that he lost. Um, but overall, man, would you say this was
Yeah.
the
What else?
best? But real quick, would you say this is the best year one of free agency we've ever seen in a Madden so far?
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I mean, and Levon taking the two top guys or like two of the three top guys signing
Oh my god!
Michael Thomas to a huge deal and Hassan Reddick to a huge deal too.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm
think
so fascinated by how these salaries are turning out. Like now that we're kind of underway here, and like I don't. because everybody's 4 players are going to be up at the same time. You're going to need to resign all of them. If you need to resign a quarterback, that's going to be like 30 plus million probably. You're probably not going to be able to keep all 4 guys, let alone if you fucking traded for guys and you're going to have to resign them too.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, it's why I did it. If you were gonna kind of reshape your team, I think it had to be year one, right? To like be able to work through all that dead cap. Um, I don't know whether it was by accident or by design, but I've kind of loved that the situation that we've fallen in cap wise and trade wise, and it's just like another puzzle piece to what we try to do as a realistic game.
So I'm looking at the contracts right now. Um,
Dude, he paid 6 years, 90 million for Michael Thomas, and
his
he's planning
argument
on him
is
retiring.
though, yeah,
He's
that is
not
his
going to
argument.
retire. He's not going to retire. If he starts putting up stats, he's not going to retire. 32, you telling me superstar receivers retire at 32 now when we got 49-year-old quarterbacks?
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then Hassan Reddick is 6 years, or no, 7 years, like 23 million a year. Jeez, that's
For
crazy.
good players.
Yeah, good players, not fucking game changing players. Like Michael Thomas is very usable. I think he's a good receiver in this game. He can
Yeah.
jump. He's big. He's good.
I mean, I think that's just I'm going to die on that hill. I think Levon trades Josh Allen before he signs him.
I don't
I
know.
don't think he's going to leave.
He just traded Hollywood Brown though. I will say that for Levon because he traded one of his 4 guys. Hollywood Brown would be in a contract year the same year as Josh Allen. He probably wouldn't be able to keep both. He's doing what I think is the savvy thing right now is fucking dumping
Pre-plan.
some of the assets that you can. Like I fucking traded Newsom and Amon-Ra St. Brown for a top 10 pick. Levon trades Hollywood Brown for a top 10 pick. Like that's why I don't think Caleb's trade was bad at all. Like
No.
Dan is not going to be able to re-sign Dexter Lawrence. Like I don't think he will. He's one of those guys that's going to be up in that huge free agency class.
Yeah.
So for Caleb to get a first round pick for that, I don't think that was a bad trade at all.
No. And then like firsts, they're so valuable. They're their most valuable right before the draft because there's so much scouting. And if you see a player that fits your piece, if you find something that you want, go fucking get it, man. Like the best teams stay the best teams because they get what they need to compete.
And
Here
isn't
we
it
go.
funny?
Steve remembers the answer. So circling back to the whole Justin Simmons things, Brina traded him to me during the season, but he was on a buy at the time, so Madden did dumb shit. We did the cut and sign. Timmy was supposed to fix the contract before free agency.
I see. I see. I see. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I
Cool.
knew that. I just didn't want to put that out and see if it was against the rules or something because I'm a good man.
No, I knew it had already been litigated and
God
talked
fearing
about ad
commissioner.
nauseum. I just forgot about it. I just didn't know the circumstances of it. But I was gonna say, man, it's so crazy and funny when it's like the draft is tomorrow. Everyone is so pumped for the draft. But if you can just delay that gratification a little bit and trade some picks for next draft is going to be just as good. Like
Yeah.
it might not be as personalized and accurate as Riley has made this one, but it's still going to be good.
Yeah.
Like so, if you can delay that gratification, stock up on picks for next draft. Like I think that's another team that's smart. Another thing that smart teams are doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, next draft is going to be just as important. You're always going to be able to get impact players in every draft that's custom made. We've only ever really seen the draft lose value the literal last year.
And even still, I feel like they, at least last Madden, it was kind of a juiced draft so that players could be impact players. I mean,
Yeah.
Warren Moon Jr. was a playoff quarterback. Like,
Dog. Yeah.
there are impact rookies out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think drafts are going to be so valuable, especially when we found out that the cap is semi impactful. And I know it's still not super realistic and you can't inherit, a full realistic cap, but I had $4 million heading into the offseason. Like that seems pretty tight.
How much do you have right now?
Dude, that Amari Cooper trade saved my life. I got 26 million now.
Oh, nice. Damn, I got 11 million. I've only got 48 players. This is bad.
Yeah, I have 45 players, but now I got some
Oh
space.
shit.
I was just cutting fat left and right, bro. Like I was in a bad spot cap wise. I think I have 110 million in dead cap.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's tight for your boy. But dude, the
I've got
fact
so
that I
much
was
cap.
able to get pick 33 for Amari Cooper, like I was getting ready in a position where I just needed to clear some cap, dude, and he was gonna be prime suspect number one.
Where are you going with pick 33? How much have you scouted? Like, I know you don't have a lot of picks, so like, are you diving in? What are you doing?
What do you mean I don't have a lot of picks?
What is your draft capital
I have
looking like? I don't know. I haven't
I
been
have
snooping on
not
your roster.
now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 7.
Ooh, okay. A lot of
Yeah,
darts.
I recruited, baby. Not
Nice.
recruited. I recuperated. I've done enough. I've done enough.
Okay, so who are you looking at?
I mean, there's a couple positions that I'm excited for. Wide receiver, line's always important. DBs are always important. Like I haven't found my dream linebacker yet. And I don't know if everyone else will agree. I don't think there's like an Isaiah Simmons or an elite user linebacker in this draft. But I mean, I don't want to put all my secrets out there.
Okay, you don't want to say anything. You're
Who are
keeping
you
it all
going? Well,
close to the.
yeah, of course I'm keeping it all close to the chest. Who are you going in the top 10? What is
All
your
all
specific
I do,
plan in the top 10, sir?
all I do is go out and blab to people about what my fucking draft strategy is. I've probably sent like 10 people my board at this point. Like I can't keep anything to myself. I've got the 9 pick, and I traded away Greg Newsome for the pick. Like that is a full telegraph move right there.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking probably the best DB available, whether it's Joey Porter Jr., the
Oh,
6'2" corner out of Penn State, physical corner. I don't know if you've been reading the scouting reports.
yeah.
Physical
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Um, Kelly Ringo and Eli Ricks,
Ah,
also corners, and then there's a couple beast safeties too. And I love my safeties.
yeah, I feel like Porter was kind of like Sertan going in. He's the cleanest prospect, but something about Ringo and Grimes that
Oh,
I just
Grimes.
yeah. Grimes is another. I'm big on Grimes. Part of it's just the name factor. Like I'm so desperate to I got grimy Grimes, but there's just so many. And like that's the thing, right? Porter's supposed to be the best, but there's so many different flavor of DB. You got your thin, athletic guys who are clearly your fastest, but have weaker coverage skills. You got
Mhm.
your guys that are probably in your 87 to 90 speed, but are more B and A coverage guys. And then you have some like 6'2", 6'3" freaks out there. So there's just all kinds of flavors in this DB class.
Well, there's 3 guys that are 6'2" corners. Like that's like Sertan size. I feel like
Yeah,
that's not. Is that
it's
that
not
common in the
normal.
NFL?
It's not that normal. Um, I would say so far my biggest what's your biggest what are you most excited about this class and what's been one of your most more like underwhelming things about this class?
I just heard no real QB buzz. Like that, I think is the worst thing about this draft. Like, is it so? Timmy's picking first. Is he taking Will Levis? Like, that's what's been talked about. But is that going to happen? Like, I'm looking at Bryce Young at the top of the board here.
That's the hyper athlete guy, right? He's like F accuracies, but he's like 6'3" and yeah, he's
Bryce.
6'3", 220 and
Okay.
runs a 4.57 with elite throw power. That's what I think Will's going. I think you're right. I think you hit it on the head.
Oh shit.
I don't would if you're Timmy, do you trade up all that and go get Bryce Young, the mobile-ish, okay-ish throw power quarterback? Good throw
No,
power?
I don't want a 5'11" quarterback if I'm playing against
Yeah.
the Patriots twice a year with Derwin James and fucking Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns, or if I'm playing against the Jets twice a year with fucking Micah Parsons, the MVP of the league. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I
And
like
Bryce
that
Young's
pick.
got great stats. A awareness, A break sack, A play like great quarterback, but do you trade the world for a good quarterback or do you go get the great talent?
Yeah, I think he's kind of enamored by like Will Levis might be Josh Allen light a little bit. Caleb is saying that Bryce Young is Jalen Hurts. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want Jalen Hurts at the first overall pick.
Nor would I, said Popeye.
What about wide receivers? I feel like wide receivers in the draft are always kind of interesting. Everyone's looking for like, the crazy athlete. When I look at
Yeah.
these guys, Quentin Johnston, the 6'4", 212 receiver out of TCU, he's a round one projected guy, and he ran a 4.32.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah. That's if you're gonna take a chance, that's that's the mold you take a chance on. You're 6'4", 220, sub four 440, and good enough traits across the board. Like how do you not fall in love with that kid as a prospect? But I was gonna say that's been one of my biggest kind of surprises slash disappointments about this draft is knowing Riley. I thought we'd see more physical freaks at the receiver position. I know Quentin Johnson's staring us right in the face, but that's
Mhm.
one. And I thought the wide receiver class the depth would go a little further into the class. It's very top heavy.
There's no Nasir Springs in this wide receiver class, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I haven't found my Nasir Springs yet. I haven't found my Nasir Springs yet.
Damn, damn. Downs is lightning, says Dan. All right, Josh Downs, 5'10", North Carolina, 170. Jeez. Okay, yeah, 4.27
Whoo!
40-yard dash. He's the fastest guy. Okay, so based on how much this league loves speed, over under Josh Downs' 15th pick in the draft.
F catching traffic, D catching, D release. But that 4.31 and 4.27, I'd say he goes back 15, but still a first rounder.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what I would lean towards too. Agreed, agreed.
Because 4.31, Nasir ran like a 4.21. So this is not 99 speed. 4.31 is probably like 94, 95 speed.
Yeah, I think
Man.
you're probably right. Who else? Jackson Smith Najigba. He's the guy out of Ohio State. He's probably the most polished guy, right? He's
Yeah, man. I fantasize of him falling to 33, but I doubt it.
no way.
Yeah. He's just like the perfect he's a plug and play impact player at the slot right away. And you once you get him an ability, if he doesn't happen to come with one, he can do everything.
Damn, Dan says got RK written all over it. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Didn't RK trade a receiver in the offseason? Did he trade AJ Brown? Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
but he
Tell
also
me
got
more.
Cortland. He also so Cortland was going to be a cap casualty, and I wasn't getting really much, if any, action for him all year. I was kind of wide open about wanting to move on from Cortland, and so I ended up trading Cortland and this year's second to RK for AJ Brown. At the time, Cortland was before the boost like 86 overall, 90 speed, and AJ Brown is a year younger, 92 overall. So we did a wide receiver swap, and I got the better of the two. But
And
I'm just
AJ
waiting.
Brown has an extra year on his contract. Cortland Sutton's up in 2 years. AJ Brown's up in 3. So you got him long term.
Yeah. So AJ Brown's on the team, and I mean Cortland's still good enough for RK to work. I don't know if he'll go pick. Does he go wide receiver pick one?
Does he have a first round pick?
I don't know. I'd imagine so.
I'll check that out. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the last mock draft.
I just wish I had. I'm in love with like a couple guys on the defensive line and for like the top five.
A lot of people
Uh,
are buzzing about like front seven guys in the draft. I haven't looked at them at all.
yeah, I mean, man, like Miles Murphy is ridiculous. And then he's not a defensive line, but Will Anderson Jr. Like every team needs an elite pass rusher. Will Anderson Jr. should be the first non-quarterback player taken, if not the first player taken.
Will Anderson, yeah, he's not making it past 2. But just to close the loop on the RK thing, he's got pick 27. Right now, they've got a middle linebacker mock to him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes receiver and tries to phase him in as Sutton goes out of the
Yeah.
long term plans. Well, what kind of outside linebackers might drop to you? I mean, or are you thinking outside linebackers more or interior defensive linemen?
I mean, I'd kind of the way I kind of play. I can make them work anywhere, man.
Mm,
I, I've always I've always liked just stacking up at middle linebacker and then just choosing the best version of those players to play edge. So if I can get a player like Noah Sewell, Henry's not really my style, but obviously Popo is a dog. He's kind of been a league legend for a while now, at least if you ask Phil. So I what I'm excited about, especially having like a pick that's technically a late first, but the first pick of the second round. I'm pretty confident that I'll have a prospect. I'll have a couple chances at players that I really like, and dude, I'm just so stoked for this fucking draft.
I know. Yeah. Fuck. 33 is a good spot to be. You're definitely going to get somebody that's got like at least a round one projection, right?
Yeah. And then there, I mean, Riley said it, and I found it. I found a few of them, but there's a couple UDFA's that I'm not sure they'll be game changers. But there's a couple UDFA's out there that most teams would be excited about having on their roster. So it's definitely going to be worth if you can stick around for the draft and make your later picks, or put a little bit more time into scouting and find things that might be there in the later rounds. Like this will be a draft worth sticking around for.
Shit. Okay. Who you got? Who are the good undrafted free agents?
Oh,
Can you tell us?
we do not kiss and tell.
Shit.
We do not kiss and tell.
I've scouted like to the point of my like the top 10 guys. Like I can't even scroll down to undrafted free agency. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got to just look for I feel like Riley, like anybody, would hide the good players in the great names. So
Yeah,
I got to find the good names in here.
you can't waste devs on a shitty name.
And also, dude, you know what I do? I don't know if you
Look for the
well, first of
fastest guy.
all, the mock drafts. No, no, no. I know you do that. Everyone does that. But these mock drafts, whenever I see like a round 2, 3 projection in one of the mock drafts that's
Yeah,
only round one, I'm just like, oh, somebody has
somebody
been
found
doing more
something extra.
homework than yeah, exactly. Like they're doing a little more homework than me. Like, okay, why does I
Why
mean
does
anyone can look at this now. So why do Falcons have Jack Campbell round 2, 3 projection going 26? He must really like this guy.
let's find out a little bit more about this guy.
Yeah, maybe this guy deserves a look. Maybe this tight end, this round 3 tight end that Madden has going in the first round. Maybe I need to look at this guy. Why is fucking Timmy mocked to get a fullback? He said that he didn't even
Because
put
he
this guy on
has.
his board.
Oh wow, I was gonna give that answer. Then I have no idea. Another big thing with Riley is you gotta wonder, right? Most of the Iowa guys just have to be absolutely nerfed out of their mind.
I know that's the easiest one. When in doubt, you got to just take an Iowa guy. And there's a fucking Iowa free safety. What's his name? Riley Moss, Iowa,
Yeah.
6'2", white guy. I got that guy favorited for sure.
I'm sure he's gonna suck.
Yeah, a
Oh
guy named
man,
Riley from Iowa. Unless he's got no ego at all. Wait, are you targeting the boy Smoke Monday Jr., undrafted free agent, 6'4" safety out of Auburn?
I gotta go, dude. Sorry, my mom's calling me.
You can't
Yeah,
hide
everybody.
anything in this. You can't hide anything in this league,
That
dude.
is my
Everyone knows.
son. Don't anyone touch him. Don't anyone touch my normal dev 66 overall safety. Then I can have Smoke Monday and Joey Blunt just terrorizing the fucking back end, bro.
Joey Blunt's a player you have already.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listener question here. How much weight are you putting into the random mock draft from the league Riley had to create to make the mock draft? This is a very interesting, or to make the draft class. This is a very interesting question from Trap. Did you see this in the
I did
chat?
see that. Yeah. I don't put much. I put a little bit. Um, just because I believe the mock drafts in the league are created off of the players favorited board. So if you start favoriting players, it does impact the mock draft.
But if there's no favorited players at all in the whole league, Riley probably, I mean, unless the computer might favorite players. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So I put more weight into Riley's mock draft. Didn't Riley say he looked at teams' needs and stuff like that?
Yes, but isn't that what Madden does to a degree? Like if they don't have any favorited players, they would go with, based on the team needs, like these letter grades that I'm seeing on the side of like the scout
Yeah,
players.
Madden also thinks I need a quarterback, so fuck them.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, that's true. So I don't know. Like, should we be putting like if a guy I like is going late 20s, does that mean, and on our board it says he's a top five projection, does that mean I shouldn't take him? Like, what does it
I don't
mean?
know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess you just got to trust your in-house scouting,
Yeah, you
Mister
do. At the
Gunther.
end of the day, you do. Do you think people are better than other people at scouting these rookies? I feel like I'm terrible at it. I can't do anything. I pick so many bad players. I haven't picked a good rookie ever.
Um, I would say it's. I mean, for me, I would say it's kind of a luck of the draw, just because you're always chasing that dev. Um, just because
Yeah.
me personally, I always draft the same prototype players. You're not gonna see me draft a slow wide receiver. Like I just don't. I just won't draft that player.
Hmm.
Um, so I think as long as you're consistent with your own draft process, then it really just becomes it's a hunt for devs. And once it becomes that, then it becomes kind of easier.
Hmm.
That's what the NFL should do. Just start drafting the fastest people all the time, and then just
There are
hope
some
for
teams
like
that
dev.
do like that. That's been the Raiders' reputation for like
Hell yeah!
many years that they just draft speed.
Damn, I'm secretly a Raider.
Yeah, you should
Gross.
have been the. Nah, you're good as the Chargers.
Yeah, no one wants to be a fucking Raider.
Nah, fuck that. I'm looking at these prospects a little bit more. I'm looking for some.
But while you're looking through stuff,
Mhm.
uh, any other big trades that we should talk about? So obviously you traded away some of your players like Newsome. Who else did you trade?
I'm on Ross St. Brown.
You traded Amon Wright and Brown, so you let go of a DB and a wide receiver. I traded a wide receiver. Any other?
I'm looking through the news channel now to see.
A lot of movement in the West with wide receivers. RK trading wide receiver.
Okay, so the Colts traded 85 overall Grady Jarrett for the Cardinals' second round pick. He was just talking about that trade in like comparing it to the Dexter Lawrence trade. And
Yeah,
I was talking to somebody about that. I was saying like I love when people use bad trades to try to talk about like completely unrelated trades.
yeah. I don't get like if you convince someone to make a trade, like more fucking power to that person, man.
Hmm.
Like we get nothing out of, and I fall victim to it too. I start just bashing someone's trade because I was the one. I wish I would have pulled that fucking trade off, but I did forget about a trade, bro. What about PS2 coming to the West?
Oh shit! Yeah, that was early on in the
Yeah,
off
that
season.
that was like maybe the day of or day after the right after advance. It ended up being a three-way trade between Beeve, myself, and Derek. I think to summarize what I sent this year's 28, my next year's first, and a and just like a backup DB. And I sent that included into like the package, and I got back PS2, and then they sorted out all the fucking change. But yeah, man, I'm so excited for PS2.
Damn. So you traded two first round picks essentially for him and a replacement guy.
Yeah, which I'm happy. I will do every day, especially like I don't have a DB or a cornerback at least.
Who's your CB2 right now?
Uh, some guy I was deving last year. It's a 71 normal dev, fastest dude that I could find on the free agent rookie wire last year. So it was
I
just a
see.
guy. It's just a guy. But now with PS2, Justin Reed, and then let Isaiah Simmons eat, like that just makes playing defense a little bit more comfortable. Like I can play zone a little bit more comfortably now, knowing that I have a legit corner one, at least covering half the field.
Damn. So you're gonna have to re-sign Justin Reed, Malik Willis, and then Sertan, Devonte Adams, and Isaiah Simmons all in the same offseason. That's gonna
Yeah.
be an expensive bill.
2 years out though. 2 years out.
Yeah, true, true, true. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of teams that just have to do like a complete rebuild. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's gonna happen to you, but like teams are gonna look a lot different.
Oh yeah, and then I mean Malik. Hopefully he'll be a 99 X factor by then, but realistically he'll probably be like high 80s 2 years out. So he won't be demanding 50 million. Like Devontae, one of those players gets franchised. Justin Reed, we'll see where he kind of ends up if he doesn't get a dev soon. Maybe we might move on from him, but I think we'll be fine.
I think one of the big differences between what you're gonna go through and what everyone's gonna go through, which is your star players are gonna be like up for negotiation the whole season.
Yeah,
Like I'm in a really bad cap situation. Not to talk about myself too much, but because I traded for these guys that were in their contract year, and I had 1 week to sign them. Like I had to offer Mills a player friendly contract. I had to offer Snead a player friendly contract, and same with ETN because I didn't want to lose these guys. So
yeah,
like people are going to be able to get team friendly deals, especially if they can make the tags and motivations like work out and get those things green. Get some
yeah,
team friendly deals.
and I think I like man, I really enjoyed this game. I know we shit on this game a lot, but I feel like the off season's moving in the right direction. Like, would you say the new free agent little features, other than like the little mishap we had with the left stick, would you have you been enjoying them?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much this is as good of a free agent experience I think as I've seen. Like players having different motivations to want to sign and like it being like explicitly clear and like you can manipulate things to make yourself more attractive to them, but then some things are also out of your control. I think it's
Yeah,
like the perfect balance of that. So I love it. I think it's great.
yeah. Like, I know I saw it make a difference. I stole, excuse me. I stole a player from someone because they took less money to sign with me because they valued warm weather and a chance at the playoffs versus you know a colder team in the Northeast that
Hmm.
hasn't didn't have a very good record last year. So like I think these things matter. So if you have a superstar player on your team that already doesn't want to be like you don't see those factors of them wanting to be there, to me that's like a hey, you should probably look into trading this player before it's negotiation time.
For sure. I mean, that's what basically talked me out of trading Derwin James. I looked at his motivations; they were all green. So I'm like, maybe I can get a player-friendly deal here. I don't have to deal this guy. Caleb with a great point. I just wish you could sign players before their year is up. Can you do that in the NFL? You can restructure deals at any time, right?
Yeah,
But you can't do
yeah.
it in this.
I wish they would give you like a 2 year window, not just like the year of. And then like when you trade a player, it locks them till the signing period. So that's kind of like those are unrealistic barriers to an equation that doesn't have those kind of barriers. So yeah, they can use some workaround.
I wonder if I wonder if we're going to change this at all. Hopefully, we don't have to for next year, like for next Madden, because
Yeah.
hopefully we don't have to do this like janky, like draft four guys and make it work thing. We can just like actually use the game as it's supposed to be used. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's created some interesting scenarios for sure. Oh yeah, and that's another
Transfer.
thing.
You can decline the 5th year option.
There are actually fifth year options in this game with
Yeah.
rookies. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's an in-game scenario during the regular season. You'll be like, "Hey, what do you think of Isaiah Simmons? Do you want to extend him or not?" Um, yeah, it's not like something you navigate or find on like the player card. It's an
Interesting.
in-season animation.
Very cool. I've never seen that. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So
Will we
fuck
get
you,
there?
huh?
Will we get there? Because I guess no. Is anybody really on a rookie contract in our league?
No, right? All the top players got edited to those three-year deals. So
Yeah, like
there's
I've got a guy who's a rookie in real life who's up at the end of this year. Like he's only got a 2 year deal.
yeah, and then all your first-round picks that you sign this year will be on essentially 4 or 5 year deals. So they won't get to see. Damn, that's right. That's the
There's,
that's the that's the hidden sauce for this Madden. Draft picks are the salt, the cure to draft uh, cap woes.
I know it really is. It really is. Can't expect to just hold on to your guys and then also be a buyer at every trade deadline. Like, think about the trade deadline this season when teams realize that they're not making a playoff run. They don't want to re-sign whatever guy that's fucking going to be really expensive and 28 years old. And yeah, he's a superstar, but like he's not really making that much of a difference for me. Can I flip this guy for a second or a third and try to rebuild
Yeah,
my team? There's going to be
man.
so many guys available.
This might be a hot take, but this team I'm playing with right now is the least amount of abilities I've ever had on a team. It's I
Do
don't
you think
want to.
that's just because it's early? Like, I feel like I kind of agree with that. Like, you need to dev these guys up. Like, you'll have a lot on both sides by come like season 3, season 4.
Yeah, but I even feel like earlier last game and especially the game before, I got a lot of dev opportunities year one, um, and I only got two this year. I hit one and I missed one. Um, but I was gonna say, especially with some of these big abilities that got nerfed coming into this game, one of your best wide receivers that didn't have an ability for most of the season. I was just gonna say, like, I don't think there's any more time that abilities don't like. I just don't feel like they're as overpowering as they have been in years past, or maybe I'm just kind of feeling that way because I don't have that many players with abilities.
I think you maybe are feeling that way. I'm kind of on the other side of the fence. I think abilities are huge. Like people are going to be it's going to be important to choose good abilities during this offseason period and like the teams with the more X factor and superstar players I think are going to have a lot of success. I think they do have a big difference in this game. Like I'm looking at fucking Texans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 12 superstars or X factors. You have 5.
So sad. You have five. Why the brown guy gotta have less?
Raiders have 8. Yo, what did you think about when Levon made the trade, Hollywood Brown for whatever the 7th pick, and
Yeah.
RK goes Mahomes and Hollywood Brown, like Mahomes and a 99 speed receiver, and then like the
Sheesh.
emoji of
Yeah.
the smoke going out. It's like, are we
Yeah, there
really
was.
just gonna fucking act like that's gonna be anything?
Yeah,
RK,
that CPU is gonna go wild in those
yeah.
games.
I mean, it probably will, but I mean, yeah. Like, why are we getting hyped about the CPU? Like
Yeah,
having some
someone save
weapons.
them. Those players are off. We're celebrating them walking off to the same death camp together. Like,
Mm.
yeah, it's sad. I know, like Logan is just in pain every day because Zach's also holding on to Rondell Moore, and like despite what he offers, he just refuses to let him go. So,
Zach is brutal in the trade market, dude.
oh yeah, dude,
I don't know if a lot of people have experience
yeah,
negotiating with Zach, dude. He is tough.
yeah. Like, I was trying to trade Devonte Adams. I said like right off the bat, like, hey man, I'm looking for top picks. You can say I'm being unrealistic, but it's what I'm looking for. And he's like sending me packages like with just a bunch of garbage. What about a fourth fix? 4 through 7 with next year's 5 through 7 with like this 80 overall player. Like, no, dude, I don't collect trash. Like, I'm not a garbage man.
Yeah, horrible. He's he'll get you with that shit, dude. It's the same way when I was negotiating with him for like Derwin James. It was like we were having a conversation. It was like, all right, Derwin James for the 7th overall pick. Like, well, we might have something here. And then
Yeah,
he's like, a couple minutes later, he's like, I think I'll do like my second, and then like 2nd through 7th rounds, and then like next year's second. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, I don't think so, bro.
yeah. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Castro has a point, but people are buying trash right now. You're always going to see some trades that kind of make you scratch your head, man. People are going to do whatever they want with their money.
What
You
is
know,
the most head scratching trade you've seen this offseason?
the trade for the first overall pick. This guy Cam, and hopefully he does listen to the pod, but he doesn't yet. This dude joins a new draft. He joins a new league. Several people reach out to him. Don't be so quick to trade the first round pick. Teams are going to come to try to take advantage of you. This dude doesn't even get a first in return. How do you trade away the first overall pick and not even get a first round fucking pick back in return? Then that same pick gets flipped 10 minutes later within the commissioner group for 4 first round picks. This sounds like insider trading, motherfuckers.
That's where you lose me when you're just like inside the commissioner group, like Dan and Timmy are friends. Like, who
I
cares if
know.
they're both commissioners?
I know. I'm just adding drama. I'm just adding spice to the drama. You know me, dude. I got to spin the
Yeah,
storylines.
yeah. I do. Hold on, I'm looking at that trade now in the news chat. So I guess so. Cam, he's like, I mean, we did say there's not really a QB1 in the draft. Like,
Oh
I,
yeah, there's a prospect though that's 6'3", 230 and has elite arm strength and looks like Derrick Henry. Yeah, tell me there's not an elite prospect again.
not everybody can make that guy is
But
able to make a rookie quarterback work. I mean, maybe Cam's going to
everybody
come in and
thinks
dice
they
us up
can.
with Rodgers. Not
Everyone
everybody thinks
thinks
they can.
everyone thinks they can.
Do you think Logan thinks that he could take any quarterback in the first round and develop him?
Yep.
No.
See, even your dog agrees.
Sorry about that. That's my boy Winston. Probably.
Big fan of the pod.
No, he doesn't like it at all. I've tried to make him listen to it, but he doesn't like it because he
Fair
doesn't
enough.
play video games. Like he can't relate. He does not play video games or speak
Yeah.
English.
No thumbs.
Yeah, no thumbs.
Do you have a trade that sticks out in your head?
That's a good one that you said. I don't. I'm looking.
It's probably easier just to run through the news channel, man.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, my bad. But what are you what are your plans for the holidays while you look through that stuff, dude?
Okay, so I was kind of saying in the chat. So Italian Americans, they like to make 7 different kinds of fish and have that for dinner on Christmas Eve. So like we have like shrimp cocktails, an appetizer, like fried calamari, like stuff like that. And so that's very good. I enjoy that at my parents' house, and me and Cynthia will go, and the whole thing. It'll be a good time.
I love
And then
seafood. Do you
yeah,
guys
seafood
do
is
like frozen stuff, or you guys actually like breading it and do you guys fry everything yourself?
usually we pick up like not frozen stuff, like kind of like fresh stuff from like the groceries, like Wegmans or something, and then
Yeah.
just like make that stuff. They've got fresh fish over there for the most part.
Nice.
All right, hold on. We got some stuff in the chat we got to catch up on. So Caleb said, rumor has it the Bucks had an offer for the first overall pick and took it off the table because of lack of QB talent. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, Cam, he could have gotten more for the first pick, but I wouldn't blame him for getting a little bit gun shy on these quarterbacks in the first round. So, like, what's the best like quarterback replacement you think he could have gotten with the first overall pick?
You take one of the big three. You take Levi. You take what's the that other freak athlete? Oh,
No. If Cam is we're rewinding.
yeah.
Cam didn't do the trade yet, but he's like, I don't want a fucking quarterback. I'm taking the first round pick and I'm getting a quarterback with it. He ended up with Aaron Rodgers. People think that he probably could have gotten more. So, like, what quarterback should he have gone after instead, and what would have been possible? You think?
Oh, I mean, anyone from dude, half the league's quarterbacks become available if the first overall pick is on the table. There's only maybe 6 to 8 QBs that don't get moved for the first overall pick. I'll tell you right now, if they were interested in Malik, I'd be interested in the first overall pick.
Okay, yeah, Malik. That's not surprising. What about okay? So Josh Allen. Would you do Josh Allen for the first?
No,
Mahomes,
no,
Lamar.
no.
I
Like
think
these
that's
top,
different.
maybe these top 10 X Factor
Herbert,
QBs.
no.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, you take the first.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like Burrow. Do you think Trout? Okay, Trout's in the chat. Would you do Burrow for the number one straight up? Kyler Murray for the number one. I don't
No.
know if I'm doing that.
Murray's
Tom
really good at the
Brady,
game.
yes, but that's a worse option than Aaron Rodgers.
Look at like Jay. Some teams he started Jordan Love. A lot of teams would take these quarterbacks.
Yeah, he is
Jalen
dying
Hurts.
in Cleveland. Joe Burrow would not go for the first pick. Jalen Hurts definitely would. I feel like now that I'm getting to this Dak Prescott territory, Jalen Hurts, for sure they would go for the first.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, probably not. Tua, yes. Mills, if I hadn't signed the contract, if the contract wasn't the way it was, then maybe. Watson, yes. Stafford, of course. Zach Wilson, of course. All right, yeah, we're in of course territory. So I
Yeah.
got Rodgers. If he needed a quarterback back, Rodgers at 94 overall. Yes, he's 39. It's not. I don't think
But
he
here's like,
got so robbed.
yeah, I think he got robbed.
Burrow's got a great arm. I don't know what Dan's talking about. He's sitting in the chat. Burrow got an arm like a French pastry. No one paying a first overall. Burrow is. I got like
Burrow's
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow in terms of quarterbacks in this game right now that I would want.
Burrow's got like elite stats, and I think like people are still obsessed with what's the deep accuracy like. This game lives in 15 yards and under.
Does
And
he not
Burrow's
have the
got
deep
some.
accuracy though? Yeah, 88 throw power. Damn, that's lower than I thought.
Mills has 88, doesn't he?
No, he's back up to 90 now. He dropped -2 throw power for the regression thing, but
Oh
fortunately
shit. Well, let's
we
talk
let that
about
one
that,
back up.
dude. So, let's talk about that. Dude, like,
Hmm.
are you on? Is this more realistic, or this is just absurd?
No, I think it's absurd. I think I get it in spirit, like Madden. Okay, the point of this feature was we don't want to see these franchises 3 years down the road with 99, 99, 99, 99 quarterbacks, right? Like
Yeah.
12 of them. But like, don't just randomly dock guys. Like, have some system to it. Like
Yeah.
I get the idea of decreasing guys at the end of a bad season, no matter how old they are. Like, I
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
The
But
one,
yeah, go ahead.
the big, I mean, the one that like caught my eye was Sam Howell losing 2 throw power after making it to the Super Bowl his rookie year. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to it. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, you have Deshaun Watson, who has historically one of the worst, interception rate seasons ever, and he's unaffected. Um, so I
Wow.
know, I know some people are like, oh, hey, we shouldn't. I think Alex said, "Don't play God, just let the game do what the game does." But the game fucking sucks.
Yeah, some of their features we are actively not using. So I mean, this is just another one of those that we've made a decision about as a league. So no, I think we did the right thing, and it's not like a big maintenance thing to do it. Like Trevor Lawrence, also, I don't think he had any regression. He had 44 interceptions,
Yeah,
and he got a
jeez.
dev increase. He went from superstar to X Factor with 42 touchdowns, 44 picks.
So all we know is so now we know just only touchdowns matter.
Maybe,
I'll try that this year with Malik, just chasing superstar.
but it's not
You
like he was one, two, three. I guess in the AFC he was
top 4?
in touchdowns. No, he wasn't. He was fourth. Yeah, he's fourth because Rogers wasn't in it, but Eric Rogers is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was fourth in touchdowns. Okay.
But so let's talk about since we got some people here, you and I are here.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the draft. The draft is tomorrow morning at noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific. Should take about 3 to 4 hours. And so now what we're doing as like the schedule, we're advancing immediately to week 1 of the preseason post draft, and then we're holding till the next day or till the 26th. Is that correct? Is that what the poll that won?
I think so. Yep.
That's a good compromise. I'm down to play week 1, get that itch, take time off for Christmas, and then kind of just go do all that family stuff, come back dialed in, and
Yo, we
yo
can
ho.
see schedules now. I didn't
Shut
realize this.
shut up. Oh, let's go through it. You want to just fucking run through it?
Yeah, dude. That
Well,
I
let's
didn't.
guys.
Oh
For those
wow,
people
dude.
listening,
We play week 2. Holy sh! Dude, I start with
hey Derek,
Alex,
we
you,
play week 1 of the
Timmy.
preseason. Yeah.
Wow, I don't know if people realize this. This might be breaking news that you can see your schedules right now.
Oh fuck! I opened the league in London. Dan, your ass is playing a fucking night game.
Shit, and it looks like the preseason is different than last season because remember last year in Madden it was the same every preseason. This is different. I know because I played Levon last preseason. I don't play him this year.
Bro, I have a fucking gauntlet.
That's what you get for winning a division in the AFC. That's what you're signing up for, bro. It's
Oh,
gonna be
we're here for
tough.
it. We're here for it.
Let's go. Let me look at your schedule real quick. Okay,
dude.
loss. Just kidding.
Oh,
Cowboys, Chargers, Cowboys, week 1. That's electric.
I
In
I host versus Timmy. Let's go.
Dallas. Nice.
Oh, I get Hank.
Oh, you and Joke last week of the season. Little playoff
Uh,
game rematch.
oh, and he hosts. Fuck.
Wow. Okay, I have an easy schedule down the stretch. I like that.
Oh man, this is awesome. I know
What do
this
I
is
got
not the
down this
greatest
week?
podcast. Let's see. We got Dan in here. Let's see if Cowboys. Let's run through the Cowboys schedule real quick. See
Yeah,
if he's
true.
the NFC favorite. Week 1, he's got Chargers, Commanders, Falcons, Bears, Giants. Hey, who is
Ooh.
Giants? Is that one? Is that Finkel?
Giants is Finkel, yeah.
I haven't seen him play yet. Then Lou, sweet Lou, Spence. I forgot Spence was in the league. Derek,
D-
Joke. You got. Then he's got you, Will.
I
Whoever
know
Eagles is. Go ahead.
he's got yeah, both me and you. He's got some tough ASC teams on his schedule.
He's got like a soft spot, like weeks 10 through 13. But Dan doesn't have a cakewalk either.
No, yeah. He does not. And our divisions do play each other. East plays the AFC West.
Let's go.
Yeah, love to see that because I'm looking here and I got Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders all on my schedule again. It's huge.
Storyline is going to be nuts when I win the AFC West again.
Do you think an AFC South team or an AFC North team can sneak into the playoffs if these two divisions are beating up on each other? Does Scott maybe get in or does Beeve get into the playoffs because they kind of
No.
go they're unscathed?
No, I mean, look, we thought the AFC West would cannibalize itself, but all that ended up happening was 10 and, there's a 10-win team, an 11-win team, a 12-win team. Um, I think better teams win games, dude. Like, you figure it out. Like, has
What's your
Scott
record going to be against the AFC East?
hey, we're planning 4-0, baby.
4-0. Let's go. Nice.
You know,
Tough schedule. No Rogers. Yeah.
I trust what I've seen with my eyes over the years. Like, until Scott can show me he's a 12, 13-win team, I can't. His path to me doesn't involve other teams cannibalizing themselves. He's got to overpass people to convince me for that kind of stuff. Looking at Phil's schedule right now, like, even though he's not the division winner, I think the truth is just AFC schedules are gauntlets. You look at your divisions, your opponents across the board in the AFC, and like nothing is easy.
Yeah, there's like not a single easy game on my schedule at all. And I mean, there's teams that are going to be up and coming. We're going to talk about them more on the season preview podcast, but I've got a big time AFC sleeper team that I've got my eye on and NFC teams that I really like going into the season. So we're going to talk about all that. But what do you say we wrap this thing up? I'm getting hungry. I got to cook some dinner.
Yeah, me too. I got to go figure out what to shove in my face.
All right, bro. Well, it was good talking to you and good seeing the boys in the chat. And we'll see you guys all at the draft tomorrow.
All right, see you, everybody. Good luck tomorrow.